I'll need to record today's notes in the databank.
I got him. Guess I gotta level him up.
Hi. You haven't changed a bit.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry you have to see me in such a sorry state. Really? Well, that's good. I wouldn't want to affect your image of me. I didn't talk to you on the train because I knew you and I would get to talk alone here. Worth waiting for, don't you think? You seem to have a lot to ask me. Elio said he foresaw 3 questions, but they would be the same in essence. If I were to hear one of them, I would then tell you the objective of this trip in all its detail. Since you asked one of the 3 questions, it means everything is going smoothly. Are you ready to hear my answer?
Feedback thing.
Cienjo's Stellaron problem is not directly linked to us. But if you look at it from Elio's perspective, you can't say the Stellaron hunters are completely innocent. We foresaw all this long ago, but chose to remain indifferent until the time was right for us to get involved. Diviner Fu was surprised because she discovered 3 truths. 1. The Stellaron hunters are not enemies of the Cienjo. You know this now, though you refuse to believe it. 2. Someone else brought the Stellaron into the Cienjo and activated it. A result of both internal unrest and external aggression. Traitors on the Luofu and enemies from outside want to overthrow the Cienjo. The Master Diviner is in a hurry to find the General, presumably to inform him of this fact. However, that's all the Master Diviner knows, because Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. He foresaw the Divination Commission using the matrix of prescience against me. To guard against setbacks, he ensured that I knew only what he wanted the Cienjo Alliance to know in this moment. As for number 3, even in their wildest dreams, the Cienjo Alliance could never have guessed it. If the Stellaron hunters aren't the cause of all this, then why are Blady and I even here? We're here for you.
Huh?
Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It's no wonder Fushen doesn't believe it either. But the matrix of prescience doesn't lie. The answer is just that bizarre. The Stellaron hunters appearing here, Blady getting arrested, me being lured to the matrix of prescience. It was all to bring you, the Astral Express crew, to the Cienjo.
Why?
In the future that Elio chose, the power of the hunt is indispensable. And that's why the Astral Express crew had to come to the Lafu and achieve something important for the Cienjo. You had to establish a connection with the Alliance. And that's why I had to trick you into coming here. I needed you to meet the Lafu's general in person and to help him resolve the Stellaron crisis. I needed the Alliance to owe you a favor. That way, in the future, at the most critical moment, the Cienjo will offer you their help. What do you think? Surprised? The notorious Stellaron hunters did all that just to make you a hero of the Cienjo? Quite the plot twist, don't you think?
Kind of, but not really.
Like I said, Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. The future holds endless possibilities. Knowing the right thing at the wrong time could spoil all our hard work. There is only one thing I can tell you about the future. In the best and the worst cases, you will eventually have to face Nanook the Destruction. And when that time comes, you will need all the help you can get. It will be a brutal struggle of bionic proportions. Proportions that neither you, nor I, nor the Astral Express will ever be able to reach. In the vast majority of futures, that's when destiny ends. But if we follow Elio's plan, there may be a glimmer of hope on the horizon. You know, even eons can be killed.
Hey, Luocha. You didn't finish telling us about the propagation. Keep going, it's interesting. So, eons can die, huh? Weird. I thought they were invincible.
There is no true invincibility or immortality in the world. Such exaggerations are born of the perspectives of ordinary beings. Nonetheless, ordinary beings could not have orchestrated the fall of the propagation. That eon was slain at the hands of another eon.
I was just on throwing issues with the game itself.
I don't understand. They're all eons. Why do they want to fight?
Are you really from the Xianzhou? Other eons aside, surely you must know the story of Lan and Yaoshe. Isn't destroying the Eon Yaoshe the Alliance's cherished aim?
Of course I know. Well, I know a little. My mom made me practice with swords all day. I didn't really go to school.
In that case, let's just change the subject. If you don't know about the feud between the Hunt and the Abundance, I'm afraid there's just too much to explain.
Fine. How's this for a subject? What's in the box?
Oh, this one? It's a casket, more commonly known as a coffin. It's for containing the remains of the deceased.
The deceased? Aren't you a merchant?
Yes, he is.
Yes, indeed. This is just part of my job. I was asked to deliver this coffin to the Xianzhou. Ah, I'd quite forgotten. For long life species, death is probably a distant concept.
Nope. The Cloud Knights spend a lot of time on the battlefield. Death is a common occurrence. It's just, we don't put bodies in boxes? Coffins. In the Xianzhou, people go to the Hall of Karma in the Ten Lords Commission and consecrate the names and jade abacuses of the dead. It's our way of saying goodbye. The Foxians and the Videodora have their own ceremonies. Foxian soldiers place their dead in star skiffs and then let them drift out into the stars. They call it the returning. As for the Videodora, they're more mysterious. They say that when a Videodora is very old or has a fatal injury, they turn into an egg that looks like a pearl. When the shell breaks, they come out looking young again.
Huh.
My mom calls the Videodora long scions. When I was young, she told me stories of how the Videodora could turn into dragons. I don't know if that's true. What do you know? Silent but deadly speaks.
Your mother is right. The Vidyadhara are long scions. They are descendants of the Eon of Permanence. That was why some, but not all, could turn into dragons. The power was a rare inheritance, passed down only to those who could successfully complete numerous rites and challenges. For the inheritor, it was hard to say whether it was a blessing or a curse.
Ah, I've heard the story of Long the Permanence and their descendants. Many myths and legends praise the Eon for a rich and immortal life. But for some reason, the Eon disappeared among the stars without a trace. Almost as if they had never existed, leaving only their descendants.
They crashed.
Every life has its limit. Even the Eons are not truly immortal and will eventually reach the end of their lives.
Let me ask you one more question. Do you know the person in the coffin?
Yes.
Friend?
No.
So, a sweetheart?
Miss, whatever gave you that impression? The individual in the coffin is neither friend nor relative. We met only once. By chance, I made someone a promise, and so I have to run this errand.
Makes sense.
Let's leave it at that, shall we? I think we've all had enough rest.
Was that the wind?
Let me through! Dodge this!
Let's go.
Want to see what I can do?
You! Eternal the dead.
I've no interest in. Mara struck.
It looks like someone's hurt.
Wait. Let's think before we act.
Silent but deadly. Locha, let's charge in together. If we take them out quickly, we can rescue the girl.
What happened to us letting you handle it?
I've only got 2 hands. Please, I'll wangle you a prize for your bravery or something when it's all over.
Enough. Let's go. The truth of life and death. Beseech is but a vision.
Take this! Shape of Taishu! Rise, Venus! Let me through! Dodge this!
Receive divinity.
Don't worry about me.
Eternals the dead. Return!
Want to see what I can do? Miss, are you okay?
What do you think?
Sorry, I didn't see any blood, so I thought you were okay. You're a puppet.
My motor is broken. I can't move. Are you a Cloud Knight? Good. Take me to the Realm Keeping Commission.
Locha, silent but deadly. I'm afraid we have to delay things again. This lady is one of the judges of the Ten Lords Commission. As a Cloud Knight, I must prioritize her orders. I'm sorry. If I'd known, I wouldn't have got you to come with me. You'd probably be there by now if you'd gone by yourself.
I happen to have some medical knowledge. Perhaps I can treat the young lady's injuries?
Well, it's just... she's a puppet. I think we should just take her to the Realm Keeping Commission.
Don't worry, Miss Sushang. Leave it to me. You might get an aching or numbing sensation, but it shouldn't be too painful. Do you think you can hold still?
It won't work. My body is mechanical, not flesh and blood.
Be it mechanical or organic, we're still dealing with composite substances. I just hope you'll tolerate my methods.
Huh. Curious.
How... Oh, what kind of medical knowledge is this?
Abundance.
Very good. We, no longer need to return to the Realm Keeping Commission. The mission continues. As a judge in the employ of the Ten Lords Commission, I am forbidden from interfering in the affairs of outsiders. However, seeing as you came to my aid, a word of advice. Leave as soon as possible. I came to address the root of our crisis by arresting a fugitive, a Stellaron hunter. This villain possesses exceptional swordsmanship and wields a divine weapon. They are extremely dangerous. If it hadn't been for a strange accident, my wingspan might have been cut short.
Strange accident?
Come with me. I've never seen anything like it.
You know, even eons can be killed. Are you kidding? That's not what we want. I just want to tell stories from the past. Stories about eons that have fallen. Lon the Permanence, Drilla the Beauty, Anna the Order, Tazeronth the Propagation, Akivili the Trailblaze. These names were once known all over the universe. Now they've all but disappeared, leaving behind only masterless paths. And currently, there are 3 ways an eon can perish known to humanity. 1. Paths with overlapping concepts will eventually collide, and the broader path will engulf the narrower one. That's how Enna the Order was assimilated by Sheepe the Harmony. 2. In a war between eons, the stronger side will annihilate the weaker one. That's how Tazeronth the Propagation fell. Under the guidance of the Hunt, the Cienjo Alliance travels the universe, exterminating abominations cultivated by the abundance. So, the Cienjo too are engaged in this process. As far as I know, the predecessors of the Alliance were the Elixir Seekers. They searched for Yaoshi and longed for the blessing of immortality. When they eventually found the Eon, they received the blessing that did indeed prevent death, the Ambrosial Arbor. But immortality turned out to be a curse for the Cienjo. That's when the Hunt appeared, firing an arrow and felling the Ambrosial Arbor. Ever since, the Alliance has followed the Hunt in pursuit of Yaoshi, erasing the curse of immortality from the universe along the way. What do you think? Fascinating stories, no? They're the kind of stories that folks on the straight and narrow would never tell you. Hold on. Any minute now. It's begun. Let's go, Blady. 2 more places to visit.
What is going on?
Did Kafka escape? How are we gonna explain this to the Master Diviner?
If what she said is true, we won't have to explain anything.
Hey, did she brainwash you? Wasn't this the dead tree Qingque showed us earlier? How did it grow all of a sudden?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Even the long-lived might not witness something like this in their lifetime. I'm so lucky.
Such extraordinary energy. It's the Stellaron.
Mr. Yang, do you mean the Stellaron is making the ambrosial arbor grow?
Yes, the Stellaron the Cloud Knights are searching for must be causing this anomaly.
Worth our while.
Unless Kafka deceived the Matrix of Prescience.
Stay calm, Diviner Fu. The Matrix of Prescience does not lie. The logic you have laid out concerning Kafka makes sense. It has helped me to fill in another piece of the puzzle. I agree there is a hostile external force at work on the Luofu. The Stellaron didn't appear out of thin air. Someone managed to sneak it onto the ship. As for the culprits behind the Luofu's internal strife, I believe we are dealing with the so-called disciples of Sanctus Medicus. That shadowy organization of the denizens of abundance. Kafka's revelations confirm my suspicions.
And then will you be doing
You...
or with it?
General, when did you have these suspicions?
the moment the planter of the Stellaron revealed themselves. The Xianzhou has the blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter, and only another Eon Emanator would be capable of sneaking onto this ship without my knowing. We are dealing with an external threat. The Stellaron corrosion continues to flood into the ship, and yet it bypassed both the seat of divine foresight and the shackling prison. There is forethought here. Our enemy must have had access to Luofu intelligence for things to unfold in this way. It is evident now.
Yeah, but still not negative sign them.
The Stellaron hunters aren't the ones behind the curtain. No. As soon as I set eyes on Blade, it was clear to me. But why is he here? And why did he draw the Astral Express? Nevertheless, Lady Fu, your intel means the puzzle is more complete than it was before. These Stellaron hunters are a captivating group. Such lengths to get the Xianzhou and the Express onto the same track. Who would have believed it?
General, we must retain all urgency. The Ambrosial Arbor.
It's the Stellaron. No need to search high and low. The traders have planted it in the Ambrosial Arbor's delve, thereby causing the tree to grow once again. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus couldn't hold off any longer.
Every crisis is a turning point. A problem is easier to resolve when you know where it lies. Am I coming up with a plan again?
Of course. I'm sure you have a countermeasure at the ready, Master Diviner.
From my perspective, convening the Cloud Knights is our immediate priority. We must head into the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor, expel the Stellaron spirits, and prevent the Arbor's resurrection.
As ever, the Master Diviner's omniscia provides for the fastest solution. However, sometimes speed is not everything. I have known the Stellaron's location for a while now. So why have I held back our forces?
General?
Well?
You're a scoundrel.
Pulling up the grass requires removing the roots. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have chosen to make their move now, which means the Cloud Knights have the situation under control and the traders have run out of patience. Now is the time to capture them all in one fell swoop.
You've been sitting on that this whole time? How will you justify the losses if something goes wrong, General?
Please, Lady Fu, I still have forces to deploy. We were in need of extra hands, and the Stellaron hunters were kind enough to bring us together with the Astral Express. How could I look the other way?
The General's smiling again. Definitely Aaron's. It's my fault. I had higher expectations of the General. Please, we can't keep getting them to do everything for us. Since when did we run out of people on the Luofu? Why are you staring at me? Do I need to remind you, General, that the Ambrosial Arbor's access point is a closely guarded secret? Allowing Outworlders would be...
A violation of the rules and regulations. I would like to remind you, Lady Fu, that the Xianzhou comes before its rules and regulations, all the more so in times of crisis. As such, I am about to make a decision that runs counter to those rules and regulations. Oh, decisions plural. What a rare pleasure. Lady Fu, I hereby issue you with the military tally. The Cloud Knights will be under your control. You will act in concert with the other forces in the approach to the Ambrosial Arbor through the Alchemy Commission delve.
Under... my control?
You've been eager to discover for yourself what it is to be a general, have you not?
You've never given me the opportunity, and now suddenly... Understood. As you wish.
As
Okay.
for our astral friends, I hereby formally welcome you all to join our operation to seal the Stellaron.
Better than nothing, I guess.
Lady Fu will deploy the Cloud Knights, but I would like you to set off in advance. Take a shortcut through the Artisanship Commission and convene with Lady Fu further down the line. This is no errand, honored guests. I am merely stating what needs to be done should you wish to help us.
You've never really seen us as outsiders, huh?
Miss Tingyun, I would like you to continue to serve as a guide for our astral friends.
Oh, of course, General. I am duty-bound.
Ooh, that was scary. I was having a snack in the repository when the ambrosial arbor started to grow. The trunk suddenly shot right up into the sky. So, the legends were right all along. Such is life, full of surprises. That's why you gotta seize any opportunity to take a break. Who knows when trouble will come knocking at your door?
Oh, easy.
It'll be fine. Even if the sky collapses, we have the Master Diviner with us to hold it up. Oh, and now we have the General here too. What do subordinates like us have to panic about? Let the big shots worry about the big events. That's the secret to happiness. She did. She saw me on her way over. She told me to go to the repository and read up on anything related to the Ambrosial Arbor. A simple task like that is only 15 minutes work for me. I heard people say even the General has to watch his manners when asking you for help. Pretty impressive. I don't have much to offer you. Here, take this book. It's the thought that counts. I was gonna wait for the Master Diviner to get off work so I could show you around and teach Mr. Yang how to play Celestial Jade.
Your kindness is much appreciated, Miss Qingque. As for Celestial Jade, we'll have to leave it for next time.
He sounds a bit robotic.
I know, you've got an important task ahead. Sorry to keep you. Priorities are priorities. Well then, get back safely. Remember to come find me in Exalting Sanctum.
Did the Divination Commission put able to speak nonsense on that job post?
Imagine if the Divination Commission could predict how likely a person is to commit crimes.
Yeah, that was a mess.
Found.
You won't get away.
Perhaps you still know the American sees its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
The truth of life is sanctuary. It's but a vision.
Enemy too.
I've no interest in conflict.
Enemy data secure. Network activated. Time for good old counterfeit.
You won't get away.
Too late to repent.
Commencing support.
A delicate operation. If there's medicine, it'll come in handy.
One 101010 is the way.
Fortune and mishap often come hand in hand.
Took way too long.
That's a healthy brain. If there's medicine, it'll come in handy.
Way easier.
That's a healthy brain.
101010 is the way.
I thought I might be relieved of my guiding duties once the Divination Commission affair was over. Who would have thought the General would take such a liking to you? I suppose I must accompany you further. Fate can be so unpredictable. You have quite the sense of humor, benefactors. I've encountered more trouble with you than I have with the merchant fleet in 10 years. I just hope everything is smooth sailing from now on. Please look after me. I understand. The LeFou is in danger, and members of the Sixth Commission should stand united. You did save my life at Cloudford. Consider this my returning the favor. The General said there are traitors aboard the ship. But only someone from the Six Commissions could bring the Stellaron into the Xianzhou undetected, let alone plant it within the Ambrosial Arbor.
No higher up.
I am saying nothing of the sort. Just raising a doubt, that's all. Please be careful, benefactors. You want to leave straight away? Let me pack some things. I'll be right there.
The Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Waterscape delves are adjacent to the Ambrosial Arbor Seal. I'd like you to investigate these places. It is an ancient artifact that was planted on the Xianzhou LeFou by Yaoshe, the Eon of Abundance. It has the power to shape life and subdue death at will. The ancestors of the LeFou people consumed the fruits of the Ambrosial Arbor and gained endless lifespans, thus becoming long-life species.
Ah, sounds like an amazing treasure.
Yes. It was also the bane of everything to come. As outsiders, you are unfamiliar with the history of the Xianzhou. I cannot blame you for asking a question like this. Let me tell you a story. Long ago, before the Xianzhou took to the skies, our ancestors lived on the surface of a planet. Like all of you, the Xianzhou people at that time were a mortal species with a lifespan of fewer than 100 years. There was a time when the ruling emperor could not bear his temporary existence, or the thought of his life's achievements being lost to another after his death. He became fixated on acquiring an elixir of immortality, and focused his power on constructing a fleet of 9 ships. These ships would voyage into deep space, where traces of gods were rumored to exist.
Did he succeed?
Yes, and no. He succeeded because, after an arduous journey, the 9 ships eventually witnessed the manifestation of a god. Yao She's appearance provided for all manner of unfathomable celestial blessings. However, he failed because the fleet has been lost ever since, and has never been able to return to its home planet.
Quite sad.
That doesn't sound so bad. The Xianzhou people went on a great adventure and got what they wanted in the end. Right?
Oh? Our ancestors once thought so too, but the miracle of longevity was nothing more than a vain dream. Take the Lao Fu, for example. Immortality seemed like a beautiful thing. But what followed was population expansion and diminishing resources. In the struggle for survival, the immortals lost their humanity and degenerated into mere beasts. After paying the price with blood and tears, the Lao Fu people finally understood that immortality was not a free blessing, but the beginning of a cruel ordeal. In the eras that followed, other beings that had likewise received Yao She's blessings repeatedly attacked the Xianzhou in an attempt to take the sacred artifact as their own. Countless atrocities were committed as a result. Many Xianzhou comrades who were lucky enough to survive the wars became stricken with Mara, a condition that immortals are susceptible to. Had it not been for the enlightenment and protection of the Rainbow Arbiter, the Xianzhou alliance you see today would never have existed. At this point in the story, I assume you understand the disasters that the resurrection of the Ambrosial Arbor might bring about? Thousands of years have passed since the Rainbow Arbiter felled the Ambrosial Arbor. Most in the Xianzhou regard the Arbor as nothing more than the stump of a dead tree. Only those familiar with our history and the ancient texts know of its origin.
So who could it be then?
Our ancestors placed the stump in full view of the people precisely to make it seem unimportant. But in fact, they sealed it behind layers upon layers of delve enchantment. Even if one travels toward the Ambrosial Arbor, one will never reach it. Someone brought a Stellaron into the Xianzhou and planted it among the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor. They wish to resurrect it and achieve their hidden goal through external aggression. In my opinion, the force that provided the Stellaron and the force that activated it have different objectives. I have asked Fu Shen to open a shortcut to the Divination Commission for you.
A step forward bridges no distance hence. The hexagram was right. The Ambrosial Arbor was felled thousands of years ago. Now it returns to life. The future of the Xianzhou is difficult to define. I had long anticipated it. Huh? She's not angry? Is there anyone that isn't 2 steps ahead of us around here? Pursuing Kafka is a waste of time and effort. The Matrix of Prescience informed me of her innocence. Our priority is the Ambrosial Arbor. From the time the Stellaron corrosion began to spread until now, the only reports we've received on the Alchemy Commission have come from alchemists and doctors stationed in other delves. The Alchemy Commission is where the Xianzhou's medical research and production take place. However, due to its proximity to the Ambrosial Arbor's seal, I'm afraid the Stellaron spirits may have plunged it into a deeper crisis than we first feared. To make matters worse, the General suspects there are traitors in the Alchemy Commission. The self-proclaimed disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been plotting this for a long time. And now they're using the location to their advantage. I must take action as soon as possible. He really is a delegator at heart, isn't he? There isn't much distance between the artisanship and alchemy commissions. I'm afraid the former is likely also facing imminent catastrophe. The star skiff is ready. I will lead the way. I still have important tasks from the General to attend to. Go carefully, all of you.
Okay.
Wait! Master Diviner! Can you divine our fortunes for us? Is there anything we need to watch out for?
Everything?
No need. My Omniscia has seen that your journey will be auspicious. Everything will proceed smoothly. Are you sure? You don't need to use a crazy device or do more finger counting?
Well said. Thank you for your assurance, Master Diviner. Onward.
What's the delay? If you're worried about the road ahead, I've already told you. The hexagram indicates an auspicious result. Don't believe me? Fine. Fate is fickle. Better to believe in yourself than look to the sky.
Wonky.
Huh? Look at all the people gathered here. Not a good day for commuting on the LaFu. The Artisanship Commission Delve should have suspended operations after the Stellaron corrosion began. Why haven't these people taken star skiffs to safety?
Trying to send some Medicus cards.
Maybe the Artisanship Commission are just more dedicated to their work? The Divination Commission's diviners aren't exactly a hard act to follow.
At the end of the day, work is work. You need it to live. You know, March, adults forget what relaxation means after a certain age.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Just speaking from the heart, that's all.
I think they call that complaining from the heart.
Fine.
Are any of the paths in this world easy to tread?
Nah.
The Artisanship Commission is full of workshops, building state-of-the-art mechanisms, and craftsmen designing brand new concepts. Periodically stirring up trouble is part of their tradition. Entire buildings vanishing into thin air, puppet riots. You get the picture. It seems like the craftsmen are too afraid to go in, but they have nowhere to run to either. We should take care, benefactors. Something terrible must have happened.
Either way, we'll have to go in. Let's ask around first.
No. Did it?
That's a healthy brain. If there's medicine, it'll come in handy.
Another locked gate. Time for the old dilemma. Break in or climb over?
Break in, probably.
A warm reminder, benefactors, that the Artisanship Commission is as important to the Xianzhou as the Divination Commission. Our law states that trespassing into the Artisanship Commission can result in a prison sentence of between 300 to 500 years. Serious violations may result in exile on a barren planet, thousands of light years away.
Pretty sure we have a different proof.
Yes, we do. Still, the Artisanship Commission is filled with security mechanisms. Even the General won't be able to save us in time if we get trapped. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm simply suggesting you ask the craftsmen to see if they can provide an insider like Qingche to guide you. It seems more than a little reckless to charge in when we don't know what's ahead of us.
Master Gongshu. Oh, are you guys Cloud Knights? Are you here to save us? Your clothes. I knew I was getting ahead of myself. You're just tourists. Sorry this crisis came during your trip. I'm sorry it came at all.
Yeah, you just need to tell us what the trouble is. General Jing Yuan pulled out all the stops to get us here. You can trust us.
You mean the General invited you? Is that a joke? The Luofu has the Cloud Knights. Why would he send outsiders? There's been a serious incident in the Artisanship Commission. Nobody's in the mood for jokes, miss.
You misunderstand, young sir. We genuinely want to help. Can you tell us what happened here?
Waiting around, that's what. We ran away. It was way too dangerous in there. Please, if you plan on living a little longer, don't go in there. There's been some kind of botanical disaster. It was like an ornamental tree somewhere suddenly started to grow. There were branches so thick you couldn't put your arms around them. It spread everywhere. The whole commission is being destroyed. I don't get it. The Artisanship Commission focuses on the mechanical. We've got nothing to do with hydroponics or accelerated growth. Where did that thing come from?
Stellaron.
The worst thing is, my master is still inside. Master Gongshu is the most experienced craftsman in the Artisanship Commission smelting works. He's in charge of our research project. When the incident happened, he dragged me, Ziming, and Yuncha to safety. But then he turned around and ran back in. I need to wait here for the Cloud Knight so I can tell them to rescue him.
Why did he run back in?
Is research data more important than life? I just heard him shout, "It's gone! We lost the furnace!" By the time we realized, he'd already vanished. Anyway, you said you're here to help us, right?
100%. The General sent us.
You don't have to believe us. The Astral Express doesn't shout about its achievements. We'll look for your master.
In that case, take this jade seal with you. If you find my master, please bring him out safe and sound. If anything happens to him...
Don't worry, young sir. Your master's safety is our
none of us would be able to graduate this year.
Let's go. I think this conversation's run its course. Botanical disaster? It must be the Ambrosial Arbor. But what about the furnace his master mentioned?
The Stellaron facilitated the resurrection of the Ambrosial Arbor. The severity of the corrosion becomes worse as it grows.
Look, the roots are coming up through the ground. I'm afraid we've got some gardening work to do.
Idiot.
You won't get away.
Too late to repent.
Commencing support.
Time for a shot. Now, time.
No interest in conflict. Past victories don't guarantee future ones.
Upon commission grounds your feet do tread. Leave from whence you came, or soon be dead. Dead. Stay away. If you come any further, I'll not spare you.
Hold on. Let us explain. We're not...
What excuses do you have? Surprise me. Just passing by. Stumbled in. Door wide open. Within commission grounds today. An evil spun by hands unseen, unknown. No longer. If the security mechanism didn't teach you a lesson, these robots will. Golden Cloud Toad, Illumination Dragonfish. Are you all right? Wake up! I raised you like my own flesh and blood. Did you really have to destroy my little friends? I want compensation.
You attacked us.
You didn't want to listen to us. We were here to rescue you and you started a fight for no reason.
How do you know my name, child? Does the reputation of Gongshu Liang, the smelter extraordinaire, precede one?
This guy's pretty deluded for a master.
We're passing through on our way to the Alchemy Commission at the behest of General Jing Yuan and Diviner Fu. We'd like you to show us the way, Master Gongshu.
Really? The General sent you? Then this must be a mere misunderstanding. Don't worry about those things. Easy to fix. But there's not much I can do to help. The Artisanship Commission was suddenly taken over by some evil tree demon. It seized our most precious possession, the Creation Furnace. It's a dark and powerful entity. The robots, it was like they gained consciousness. They were moving in a circle around it. I fear approaching it is tantamount to suicide. But then, I couldn't just run away, knowing what lies sealed in the furnace. I I'm sure General Jing Yuan must have believed wholeheartedly that you could save the Artisanship Commission from this crisis. Means I know of may yet serve your fight. Pray you in repayment aid my plight. Come on, through here.
Dude's nuts.
Look, this is one of the Artisanship Commission's prototypes. The shifting screen. Good thing I got the students to take it out and make a few adjustments. Otherwise, they'd never have managed to get out in time. You all saw the Jade Gate on your way in, I assume? The shifting screen works in the same way. It connects two spatial coordinates in ways that laymen wouldn't understand. Indeed. With limited range and energy costs aside, to every starskiff soon shall woe betide!
You sure about that? Even our trailblazing space anchors sound better.
Thank goodness you take the time to perfect these inventions, Master. If not, the Skyfaring Commission would have become quite redundant by now.
Ordinarily, I could have used this beauty to teleport you thither, but through earth and air, the wretched branches boiled. The shifting screen entangled thence and coiled. How observant. You would make an excellent student. The Commission is more than a match for Mother Nature. Oh, piteous tree, who think thyself so strong, your match and more in strength to meet ere long. This is the first thing that came to mind when the tree demon attacked. It's a mechanical device codenamed the Lumenflux Pixis. I invented this weapon for the Cloud Knights. It's incredibly powerful, but...
Let me guess. Limited range? Energy costs?
Every light has its shadow. But this is more than enough to deal with the tree demon. And then... ignite! Fire beats wood! There's no way we can lose! Very good. The master reveals the door, but the apprentice must walk through it. You're much better than my useless students. Whoa, what's happening? Is the delve collapsing? Seems like it worked. That tree demon must be writhing in pain. All right, there's no time to lose. Hurry through the shifting screen to the opposite side before the branches grow back.
The ambrosial arbor's roots.
Ah, they've encoiled the Artisanship Commission's most precious invention, the creation furnace! Help me, dear young friends! Let's hack them away together! We can't let the roots punch through the furnace!
Careful, it's changing.
Whoa. What kind of a monster is this?
Miraculous! It creates life at will! Such incredible power!
Move carefully.
Inputting commands. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Time for a you're in bad shape.
It's guarding the ambrosial arbor's roots and the furnace.
I'll contain them.
Savor the vigor of it. Time for a detailed overhaul. Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. And I'm no exception.
Step aside. I have no interest in the truth of life and death. With this sanctuary is but a vision.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Commencing support. This, that. Naughty children, don't listen. Nap time.
Combat is a series of precise.
You won't get away!
No matter how much damage we do, it just heals itself. Not fair.
We'll have to retreat for now. Follow me.
No wonder the Xianzhou is so scared of the abominations of abundance. They're unstoppable. Miss Tingyun, are the long-lived species on the Xianzhou all like this?
I'm afraid this ebon deer was likely birthed by the ambrosial arbor as its guardian. It shares a close connection with the arbor's roots. Most living creatures on the Xianzhou don't have abilities like this.
Huh. As long as it's there, we can't get any closer.
I wonder... The ebon deer seems to heal itself instantly, but perhaps it's drawing that power from elsewhere.
if we take out the source, right?
The monster only seems to be active in the vicinity of the arbor. Let's look around and see if we can find anything.
So the General asked you to head to the Alchemy Commission, hmm? The Artisanship Commission had no choice but to halt operations once the tree demon appeared.
Found.
It's too late to repent.
You won't get away. Lending support. That'll take more than medicine. Now, time. A delicate operation.
Young friends, I have a suggestion. Why don't we head that way?
Any thoughts, Master Gongshu?
When the deer revives, the surrounding roots glow brightly.
Oh, great observation, Mr. Gongshu. It's amazing what you notice when you're not fighting.
I'm only an artisan, after all. My skills in clash of swords shall find no sake. Yet that which clasheth needeth hands to make. As Mr. Yang said, the deer monster is likely drawing power from somewhere in order to replenish itself. I'm certain that when the arbor glows, we are witnessing that very process. Precisely. You remember how we untangled the shifting screen with fire?
You're right. Those roots never grew back.
Not only that, its reaction suggested we'd hurt it. Perhaps that's our starting point.
Take hold of your weapons, young comrades. Let's raze these roots to the ground! See? My theory was correct! Keep going!
Come on.
Move carefully. The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision.
This song's for you. Turn it up. Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
You won't get away. Perhaps you still do. Humanity conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
No interest in conflict.
Pretty good crowd today.
You won't get away. I have something for you.
That's better.
Don't worry about
Song's
me.
for you. Let's rock.
The truth of life is sanctuary is but a vision.
The best is yet to come.
It's a whole row of those gate robots. We saw one in the Divination Commission.
Gate robots? Those are Arumatons. The Artisanship Commission created them to stand guard in various locations.
Master, are these creations truly able to protect the Artisanship Commission? There's already been so much destruction. Why haven't we seen any in action?
No! We haven't quite finished the paintwork on this badge. How can we deploy them if they're not looking their best?
Fighting is meaningless.
You won't get away.
Turn it up.
That'll take more than medicine.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it. The best is yet to come. Wow, good stuff.
I don't think we're in a position to take down this deer until we've dealt with its regenerative abilities.
still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Time for a shot. Much obliged.
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision.
Just in time. Just a little something.
Let's rock. Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
You won't get away.
That'll take more than medicine.
I have something for you.
This song's for you.
You won't get away. Perhaps humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Time for a shot.
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up. Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision.
Wow, good stuff.
Huh. These targets will make for good practice.
Move carefully.
This song's for you. Turn it up.
Just a little something.
Pretty good crowd. Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it! Keep up!
You won't get away. I have something for you. Perhaps you still humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Fighting is meaningless.
That's better. Much
The
obliged.
truth of life is distinction. It's but a vision.
Just a little something.
Turn it up! Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it. Or rock with it!
Time for an overhaul.
Ready to jam.
I've no interest in conflict.
That's it. This song's for you. Keep up!
Fighting is meaningless.
Just a little something. That's better. I have something for you.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it. Or rock with it!
You won't get away.
Turn it up!
The truth of life is distinction. It's but a vision.
You won't get away.
Too late to repent.
Keep up!
Naughty child.
Time for an overhaul.
No interest.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it. Or rock with it!
You won't get away.
Time for the make. Turn it up!
Now, I have something for you.
Wow, good stuff.
Found.
delicate operation.
You won't get away.
Fighting is meaningless.
Pretty good crowd today.
Line it up. Time for a shot. Now.
Ready to lose your... You can fight it, or rock with it.
I've no interest in conflict.
Let's rock.
Past victories don't guarantee future ones. That wasn't too difficult. Worth our while. That enemy certainly isn't friendly.
You won't get away.
Move carefully.
Enemy data secure. Netmark accessible. Time for a good old counter.
The truth of life and death is sanctuary. It's but a vision.
Perhaps you still don't. Humanity conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Commencing support.
Naughty child. I'm okay.
You won't get away.
Too late to repent.
Enemy ready for another?
Fighting is meaningless.
That's better.
Don't worry about me. I've no interest in conflict. The truth of life and distinction is but a vision.
Ready for another?
fighting is meaningless.
Pretty good crowd today.
You won't get away. That'll take more than medicine.
Time for an overhaul.
I'm okay.
No interest in conflict. The truth of life and death is but a vision.
This song's for you. Turn it up. Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
You won't get away. Just a little something.
Perhaps you still don't. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Time for a shot.
Don't worry about me.
I'm okay.
Keep up.
You won't get away. That'll take more.
I have something for you.
The truth of life is but a vision.
The best is yet to come.
Quick! There's more routes over here!
Give me a moment. I'll set up the device.
I guess we're done.
I suspect the Ambrosial Arbor's root system must have spread far underground. The only thing we can say with confidence is that we removed the majority of those within the bounds of the Artisanship Commission. Let's hurry, before they have a chance to grow back.
So, the next step is...
Let's go.
You won't get away.
Too late to repent.
I have something for you.
The best is yet to come.
I've no interest in conflict.
You won't get away.
Pretty good crowd today. Turn it up.
That'll take more than medicine.
Look! The roots coiled around the creation furnace! They've withered! Excellent! Nothing can stop you now! Look! The roots coiled around the creation furnace! They've withered! Excellent! Nothing can stop you now!
Move carefully. The truth of life and death, the sanctuary, is but a vision.
Enemy data secure. Network effective. Time for good old counterattack.
Time for a shot.
I have something for you.
Enemy targets detected.
Naughty child.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I am no exception. You won't get away.
Fighting is meaningless.
Ready for another?
Just a little something. Now time.
Commencing support.
You won't get away.
The truth of life is sanctuary, is but a vision.
dishes. I am kinda hungry. I'm just saying. It'll be a shame if they get smashed to pieces.
Naughty child. Just a something.
The truth of life and death. Reveal the sanctuary. It's but a vision.
Enemy data secure. Network defensible. Time for good old counter.
No interest in conflict.
Next time, you won't get away. Perhaps you still can't conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Enemy targets detected. Enemy data secure. Network defensible. Time for good old counter.
You won't get away.
Too late to repent.
Commencing support.
Naughty child.
Don't worry about me.
Just a something.
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life and death. The sanctuary. It's but a vision.
Perhaps you still never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception. I have something for you.
Enemy data secure. Network defensible. Time for good old counter. Ready for another?
Time for a shot.
Time for an overhaul.
Perhaps you still never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception. You won't get away.
Enemy data secure. Network defensible. Time for good old counter.
Naughty child.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary. It's but a vision.
Just a something.
General Jing Yuan said the ambrosial arbor was an unfathomable celestial blessing. At first glance, that deer could have been an ordinary life form, but the ability to heal such grave wounds in an instant... I think I finally understand why the Xianzhou decided to follow the hunt in eradicating the abundance. If immortal creations were left to spread their branches and roots throughout the universe, entire ecosystems would collapse. No wonder the people of the Xianzhou wander the universe, never settling on a planet.
You are a man of vision, Mr. Yang. It's a shame our ancestors, the Elixir Seekers, were unable to see that hidden curse 8,000 years ago. Perhaps some of them did reject the Plague Author's gift. But how could an entire civilization resist the temptation of immortality? Ironic, isn't it? The wise are buried, while the fools remain immortal. The Xianzhou regrets being led astray by the abundance. That's why they have decided to embark on the path of the hunt. Maybe it's not too late for redemption. Thank you for your help. I realize you must continue on to the Alchemy Commission, to the Ambrosial Arbor. After witnessing what happened here, I know there will only be more danger ahead. Go, friends, and stay vigilant. I wish you a safe journey. Thank you for your help. Those useless students and I will take care of the rest here. If worst comes to worst, we still have the Cloud Knights. It's only a legend. Though what with the Ambrosial Arbor having come back to life, I suppose it's no longer absurd. They say that a long time ago, when the Xianzhou Alliance was adrift in deep space, it encountered many unimaginable life forms. Among them were abominations known as heliobi. They existed in the form of pure energy, but craved the sensations and desires of mortal flesh and blood. Sometimes they managed to infiltrate the delves of the Xianzhou in order to bewitch humans and become parasites of their bodies. It's said that mortals parasitized by heliobi would lose their free will imperceptibly before gradually going berserk. After a prolonged struggle, the people of the Xianzhou finally managed to trap and seal the heliobi in a vessel. That vessel is the creation furnace. Our predecessors hoped that by burning the heliobi in the furnace, their energy would gradually be exhausted until they were completely destroyed. I don't know if there are demons in the furnace. Perhaps it's all just superstition. However, from the day I started learning from my master, I've looked after the operation of the furnace. Indeed, the flame inside has never been extinguished. Everything happened so quickly. My students and I were caught by surprise. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus? Now there's an old name. They say that when the Xianzhou Law Fu was first granted the Ambrosial Arbor, the alchemists in the Alchemy Commission wielded tremendous influence. Using the power of the Arbor, they transformed mortal bodies, manipulated the weather, and even brought never-before-seen creatures into being. They called themselves saints. Unfortunately, they didn't possess any saintly powers. As soon as the Ambrosial Arbor withered, the alchemists lost their status and were reduced to medical researchers and practitioners. I'm sorry I'm not able to accompany you further. I've always hated owing a favor. Take these with you. Rewards for your tireless efforts.
Come on.
You won't get away.
Too late to repent.
Naughty child. Nap time.
The best is yet to come. Can't stop.
You won't get away.
Too late to repent.
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up!
Perhaps you never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
I've no interest in conflict.
You won't get away.
That'll take more than medicine. Nap time.
Time for an overhaul.
Fighting is meaningless.
Let's rock. Time for a shot.
I have something for you.
Wow, good stuff. This song's for you. Turn it up.
You won't get away.
That'll take more than medicine. Nap time.
Time for an overhaul. Pretty good crowd today.
That'll take more than medicine.
You won't get away.
The best is yet to come. Get away.
No interest in conflict.
This song's for you. Keep up.
That'll take more than medicine.
I have something for you.
the hang of this. Wow, good stuff.
I've no interest in conflict.
Naughty child.
Time for an overhaul. You won't get away.
Fighting is meaningless.
One step closer to the stars.
Found.
Too late to repent.
You won't get away.
The truth of life and death. Distinction is but a vision.
I have
Ready
something
to
for you.
jam.
A delicate operation. Found.
Too late to repent.
Pretty good crowd today. You won't get away.
The next time.
Time for an over.
If there's medicine, it'll come in handy.
Whoa. Looks like the battle here was intense.
The Master Diviner must have launched the campaign while we were delayed in the Artisanship Commission.
Time is of the essence. The most important task for the Xianzhou Luofu is suppressing the Stellaron. General Jing Yuan tasked the Master Diviner with commanding the Cloud Knights. He would have known she'd act on the results of her divination.
Thank goodness the General didn't make us go with the Knights. Fighting is totally different from adventuring. All these people... It's tough to bear.
I'm afraid this is nothing, Benefactor. Centuries ago, an Emanator of Abundance besieged the Luofu with the aim of taking the Ambrosial Arbor. They destroyed half our delves and killed most of the Cloud Knights. For long-life species, such events are more like yesterday's memories than ancient history. This awful spectacle is child's play in comparison.
Hey, is that supposed to make us feel better?
It's hard to tell if the Master Diviner won or lost here.
A draw? This isn't a tournament, you know. I can't see many Cloud Knights. The Xianzhou must have fought well.
Not necessarily. There'd usually be a base with supporting forces set up after a successful engagement, but we don't see any of that. Let's look around and see if we can find some clues.
If there's medicine, it'll come in handy. Found.
Too late to repent.
Ready to lose your... You can fight it, or rock with it! You won't get away. That's it?
Fighting is meaningless.
Keep up!
On my shot.
Time for an overhaul.
I've no interest.
A delicate operation.
Can't stop the rock! Can't stop the
The truth of life and death, distinction, is but division.
You won't get away. That'll take more than medicine. That's better.
Much obliged.
The best is yet to come.
careful. Those monsters are pretty tough.
Hard work needs hard rest.
We get bamboozled.
Fighting is meaningless.
You won't get away.
Ready for another?
Come on.
I've no interest in.
Time for a shot. You won't get away. Next time. You won't get away.
Fighting is meaningless.
We have the upper hand.
Not.
Time for an overhaul.
I've no interest in combat.
Commencing support.
Time for it. I have something for you.
Enemy targets detected.
Not in time. No. You won't get away. Victory means preparation.
Move carefully. The truth of life is fiction. It's but a vision.
Commencing support.
I have something for you.
Time for an overhaul.
You won't get away.
Too late to.
Enemy targets detected.
you still humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
We have the upper hand. Ready for another?
Time for a shot.
You won't get away. Enemy data secure. Network accessible. Time for a good old counter. Commencing support.
Naughty child. Nap time.
I have something for you.
The truth of life and death, through the sanctuary, is but a vision.
Ready for another?
This will strengthen our... Too late to repent.
You won't get away.
Fighting is meaningless. No interest in conflict. The truth of life and death, through the sanctuary, is but a vision.
You won't get away.
Too late to repent. Too late to...
That enemy certainly
This will
isn't friendly.
strengthen our position.
Move carefully.
Enemy data secured. Network accessible. Time for a good old counter. You won't get away.
Perhaps you still humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
The truth of life and death, the sanctuary, is but a vision.
Naughty child.
Fighting is meaningless.
You won't get away. We have the upper hand. Ready for another?
Time for nap time.
I've no interest in conflict.
I have some...
Enemy targets detected.
The truth of life is sanctuary, is but a vision.
Time for an overhaul.
network festival. Time for a good old counter. You won't get away. Do we still have the upper hand?
Fighting is meaningless.
I have something for you.
I've no interest in you.
Time for an overhaul.
Naughty. Commencing support. You won't get away. We have the upper hand.
Fighting. The truth of life is distinction is but division.
Analyze the targets before you move. Enemy data secure. Network festival. Time for a good old counter.
Perhaps you skin anything that conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Move carefully.
Enemy targets detected. Commencing support. You won't get away.
I've no interest in conflict.
Enemy targets detected. Naughty child. Next time.
The truth of life and death, with distinction, is but division.
Enemy data set network festival. Time for a good old counter. You won't get away. We have the upper hand.
Perhaps you skin anything that conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Time for an overhaul.
Enemy data secure. Network festival. Time for a good old counter. You won't get away. Ready for another? Naughty child. That's better. Thanks Thanks for the support.
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life is but a vision.
I have something for you. Perhaps you still don't. You know, never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Enemy data secure. Network activated. Time for little counterattack. Commencing support. Time for a shot.
No interest in conflict.
Time for an overhaul. You won't get away.
Ready for another?
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life is death. Is but a vision.
Enemy data secure. Network activated. Time for little counterattack.
Perhaps you know, never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception. I have something for you.
The combat report will be ready soon.